Hey guys,
yes,
the married people in this room.
That's me.
The married ones.
I feel excluded from this conversation.
Well, you could fix it.
Oh yeah, no, make it happen.
Oh, every time we say this, still not used to it yet.
NOE?
That's their couple name, in case you didn't watch the other video.
That's our ship name.
All right, so did you guys know that there is one way to lower your risk of divorce according to this meta-analysis published in Journal of Conduct?
Is it sex?
Is it don't cut her off? Don't cut her off while she's talking?
Behavioral science? No.
Oh, I know how.
Is it sex?
Don't get married in the first place.
What?
Then you don't divorce.
That's true. That's the only way to prevent divorce.
That is the only way.
Pretend like she's always right?
No, so this one study, there was a study where psychologists looked at 174 couples to see how effective certain activities were at improving their relationships.
Oh.
And so the researchers divided the couples into 4 groups, assigning each group to either complete the highly regarded premarital relationship enhancement program, aka PrEP.
That's the toughest one?
No, so that's like one group did that.
That's what we need to do.
Another group attended workshops offered by this program that's designed to build empathy and compassion. And then
The ecstasy group? Everyone take one of these.
The next
One group got Viagra, one group got ecstasy.
And somebody's on mushrooms right now, tripping balls in the back.
And then this other group got weed because they were watching movies and discussing the on-screen relationship depicted, minus the weed.
That sounds fun, actually.
That does sound fun.
Okay.
Yeah, minus the weed, I added
It's
that.
like enter the doors, like go into these rooms.
Yeah, so it's either you go to PrEP or you go to the workshop for empathy and compassion, you watch movies.
Movie was the most fun one.
I know.
Yeah.
Or you get to be the control group and do none of them.
Wait, what do you just sit in a room together?
No, or you just live your life.
You just live your life.
And then they just study you.
Yeah, as is.
So what they discovered was that the group that ended up watching movies and then discussing the on-screen relationships depicted, then like they would end up discussing their own relationships, they ended up having about the same success rate as the workshop people. People going
Okay,
to
so
these
net-
Doesn't that say like you don't really need therapy, you just go and watch movies and talk about it?
actually Netflixing and chilling.
They're like, hey, spend time together.
But talking to each other.
That's the part.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So that's the part that is the key element here, because you
Communication.
can't just be watching a whole bunch of rom-com movies and think like, oh, we're watching something depicting another relationship. They actually suggest not watching rom-coms because usually in those movies the couple.
It's like a porno.
No, the couple ends up being together at the end of the movie.
Those
So
movies
you-
don't make no damn sense.
You don't get to see the relationship struggles. So
It's
that's why-
the how to get into a relationship.
Right. But
Yeah.
then that's why they recommend dramas. Like dramas are the most effective genre.
Yeah, like Saving Private Ryan. Really good drama.
Not for relationships though.
A raging bull.
Wait, that's not a romance movie?
No.
What would be a
Casino?
That's a good romance movie.
Pretty
Because
romantic.
he was hella simping for his girl.
Yeah.
And she kept
She was,
going
like,
to
go to
his,
the poor guy?
to the
Yeah,
pimp.
yeah, yeah.
That's realistic, right?
But he fucking loved her though.
I know, right?
Pimp guy loved her, dude. James Woods.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
You gotta watch Casino, it's sick.
It's
really
really good.
good.
I watched it for the first time 2 months ago, and I was like, why have I never seen this before?
And then
It's
she
so
fucked his
good.
best friend. You remember that?
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
That's my favorite Scorsese movie.
Yeah, I always get that one mixed up with like all the other gangster ones.
Like Goodfellas?
No, I know Goodfellas for sure because I watched that one.
Like Scarface?
I know that one for sure too because that shit traumatized me. I watched it when I was really little.
Casino with what?
Yeah, with what?
The other one.
Analyze this.
Dude, Casino, I'm telling you, Robert De Niro monologues that entire fucking movie.
It's
Yeah.
great.
That's my favorite one. Out
Yeah,
of the
he
Scorsese
narrates
films.
the whole movie.
Narrates is
and-
what I meant,
yeah.
No, well here they're suggesting more films or like the films that were included in that study were True Lies, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and American Beauty.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith? I can see.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's like the key element again is to discuss the on-screen relationships with your partner, and that's kind of like an icebreaker into discussing your own relationship.
What if we're discussing it as a group? Do we all stay together and not get divorced?
True Lies is the Arnold one, right?
Yeah, fuck
And
yeah.
then-
With Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. So all of these are like agent spy kind of movies, and it's kind of like, can you imagine if we were spies?
Yeah, it's all badass.
You want to go join the CIA?
Well, American Beauty isn't spy.
Oh, that's like, isn't he he's into his daughter's,
His daughter's
That's the
friend.
one with the girl on the ceiling with the roses, correct?
Yeah.
I don't think she's on a ceiling.
No, yeah, she was.
No, she's on the ceiling and
yeah,
the
it
petals
was
are
a
coming
dream
down.
sequence.
He was laying in the bed looking up.
Oh, because I thought she was on the ground with her hair all out like this.
Well, that's how they shot it.
And then it ends up being
The petals, because the petals aren't going up.
What about Stifler's mom?
That's true.
They definitely shot it like that.
What about Stifler's mom though? Isn't that the American movie?
That's the
American
girl coming
Pie.
out of the pool, right? No? Which
That's
one is-
American Pie.
That's
Oh, the
fast.
coming out of the pool is Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Clearly only remember the
Oh, I
women
didn't
in
see
all
that
of
one.
these movies. I don't know what else is going on. They were very pretty. It was very
I
distracting.
think as the most experienced in the marriage department in this room, I'd have to say that my advice.
Oh, that's you?
We all have to listen to Joe. He's the most.
I am the most experienced.
yes.
He's the expert at whatever the situation.
Right, and you guys don't have nothing on me
That's true. That's so
because I have the most experience in marriage.
Teach us.
I think the best thing to do is to watch porn together.
Oh, and then talk about it.
Have you guys actually done that?
I've never done it.
You never have?
You've never?
I just imagined that it would be a great solution.
Really? You never have?
I like that you give advice to that you've never done.
I've done that with a chick before though, and it was pretty weird.
I've done it,
It's interesting.
and our porn likes are way different.
Yeah, I think that would be the case too.
That actually happened with us.
There's a lot of men in my porn.
Yeah, I'm not so into that.
Yeah,
Dicks going
I don't
on.
know if I could get with a gangbang, like a bunch of guys doing one girl.
Yeah, that's the only kind I watch.
And you can't. It's hard to talk feelings when there's like, too many
a
dicks,
lot going
too many
on.
dicks there.
Yeah, I feel like Steve would just be watching me the whole time and making sure I don't get turned on by it.
I'm like, hey, what are you turned on about this with?
I'm like, all the dicks.
Oh shit.
There's nothing more awkward than saying, you put something on. You're like,
Oh shit.
No, and then you put it on, and then they judge you for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I will
Oh, I don't really like this. I meant this one. Now let's
I
try
clicked the
that.
wrong-
never do that again. I've done
I
it
know.
once. I would not do because, and so you know how you can search for it on the television. So it's big.
They see your search history.
So it's big.
Your neighbors can see through the window.
Pretty much. And they're like, oh, no, baby, you pick. And I'm like, oh, no.
What are you into? What's your weird ass shit?
It just wasn't that it looked very different than the person I was
yeah, that
next
ends up
to.
happening too, like
So-
the psychological
so-
comparison.
Yeah,
That doesn't
so I
work.
was like, oh no, I already know where this is gonna go.
Like you were with a black guy and you were searching 5-foot Asian guy, and then you're just like, damn, I'm gonna make him jealous right now.
Right, and he would feel so insecure about what he was working.
5-foot Asian guy who wears merch.
Yes,
Who wears Nikki Blades merch?
yes, long hair coming soon. Yes, that was. I mean, I feel like it's a good talking point. You could totally play around with it if you guys are into
Yeah.
similar things and explore. I think that it could be cool, but I don't.
No.
I don't think you have to. I mean,
Or you
there's
could
some
do like
stuff-
a roulette kind of thing, like a roulette.
You know what would be interesting?
Yeah.
You sit there and you're gonna see who reacts.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's like a game. So you can just sit there and then see who reacts depending on.
But you're trying to have a bad night. Like, you try to have a fight night.
I think it could be fun.
What stage in the relationship would you be comfortable with that? Because
Oh, we lived together at that point.
What was that Mojo quiz thing? There was a quiz that like you each fill it out separately, but you like put it in together, and it only shows you the kinks that you have in common.
Yeah, that one was cool. Yeah, that one was cool.
That would be cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then when I was doing it, my mindset was like, am I down to try this, or like, am I curious enough to try this, or like, nah, I've already done enough of this, I want to try something else. And then like once we ended up comparing, it was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Like it ended up lining up a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
Well, it all depends though too, because we and Nikki were just at an Airbnb. I was telling you guys this, and there was like all this bondage shit in the room.
Did you use it?
No, because
put on the assless chaps.
she would have been the biggest pain in the ass, like sub slut ever of all time.
I don't like to stand.
You don't want to beat him up?
What's a sub slut?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like a submissive.
No, I mean like, what do you mean?
So like if I'm gonna whip her or whatever the fuck, right? And I'm not even into that.
Would you be a better dom?
No. I just don't want to.
So that's just not your world.
Yeah, I just don't want to be hurt. Like, I don't want to.
She would be like, ow, ow, wait, my arms hurt. Like, no.
Right.
That's why even your gangbang, like the porn that you watch, I know you wouldn't last.
Never do it. No, exactly. And I try to explain it to people. I'm like, no, I don't ever want this to happen to me. I just
You fantasize about it.
Yeah, I just like watching because it's like the humiliation feeling, but I don't have to be humiliated like that or like go through all that. But I just like to
There's a difference between what you would watch versus what you would actually do.
But I wish that more people knew that, because a lot of guys will hear that she likes gangbang porn or whatever it is, like, oh, my girl likes this porn, so then she wants me to do that to her. And so guys try to do porn things to their chicks, and that's not what they want necessarily.
So there's guys out there like, my girl loves gangbangs and I love her, so I gotta call my 5 friends.
No,
Hey,
it's
dude,
true,
can we do this? All
My
right.
ex-boyfriend did that. He's like, so
Really?
which one of our friends would you want to? I was like, I don't know. No one's coming into this. No.
Or even the cum on the face thing, all that kind of shit. That it just depends on who you're talking to.
Right. And sometimes it depends on like where you are in your relationship, because there's experimental times where you're like, okay, let's give this a try.
The early stages.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh shit.
Actually,
she did not.
even in the early
we
stages,
don't-
that could cause damage like for the rest. Because then,
It's like, why'd you come on my face?
if it's not the right reaction, it ends up causing more harm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because you don't trust after that.
Yeah, and it's how you feel after. I think that if you do something and go too far, and then you're able to be cool after and kind of talk through like what happened. Yo, you can trigger somebody on some shit they didn't even know they had problems with.
Pops up.
I cried
That's
one
why-
time in the tub after once. Something was going on, and I was like, nope, don't like this, and it felt. But the person that I was with, we were comfortable enough that after the fact, it was like, no, cool, like.
Don't do that ever again.
Yeah, but then I still felt comfortable with it. I think I became closer to that person because now we understood what I don't like, and then we talked about it, and then now it's like, okay, cool, we can still do other things because we were able to make it pass. But
That's good. It's all communication.
It's all bearing.
That kind of goes back to this.
I did apparently.
I'm not saying anything.
Covering it up with, I'm fine.
Don't worry. Let's do it again.
Don't come in here. I'm okay.
Taking a big shit right now.
Just leave me alone any 5 minutes.
That communication part, though, is what they're talking about in this study, again, with the whole watching the movies or a TV show together and then discussing it with your partner, because being vulnerable and having that open communication is really difficult for a lot of people. So then this is a good outlet to kind of get your feet wet and ease into talking about your own relationship when you're analyzing an on-screen relationship.